Forum. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sorry, I didn't mean to rush anybody. All right, first thing we have on our agenda is approval of minutes, public and non-public, from the 26th of March.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes from March 26th, public and non-public.
Okay.
I second.
And Vicki seconds. Any comments, questions, concerns, corrections? I did not see anything on there. It looked great as always. Thank you. Everybody good? All right, all those in favor of approving the minutes, public and non-public, from March 26th, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions? Wunderbar. All right, we don't have a ton on our agenda tonight. Public comments, seeing so there's no public here right now. Open public comment, however, if someone shows up, we'll be glad to talk to them, as required by state law. Student representative, it is spring break right now, so April break, so she is off, and she's in the Galapagos.
Yes.
On that note, if you are curious about what they're up to, Amanda will share some in her superintendent's report. You can follow along. Finance and facilities. We met last week. Brewster, the chair, talked about our meeting dates. We will stick with Wednesdays, so that'll be fine. Facilities, we got to meet with Matt. He didn't have a report, but we got to meet with Matt Oliver, who'll be taking over as facilities director, facilities and grounds.
Yes.
Is that the official title?
Yeah.
Okay. And so we just talked like what we would like to see for a report. Manager shared finance updates from Michelle. For those, doing some roofing bids for EVS and CES. Those look due at the end of this week. Talked about cafe services, and the RFP has been sent out to the Department of Ed. Once that's approved, we'll go out to bid for our food service. We just talking about that we're still operating cafe services at a loss, so that's that. Negative lunch balances are around 7,000 or 8,000. I will say I did let my kids go negative on some just to see what I get for communication. You get something, it's automated and things like that, but at a certain point, there is protocol. I didn't let it get to over 50, so we'll see what happens when it gets to that. I pay up my kids, I'm kidding. But there is a protocol, so when it gets over $50 due, then we start doing stuff. But just to let people know, you only get the lunch that day. You don't get a la carte. You don't get to buy random stuff for your friends. It's just the actual school lunch. So working on that and get Cynthia involved if it's an issue with the family. So. Talking about transportation, buses, they are training a new driver, however, it's going to replace the driver who just quit, so doing that. Talking about M9 with difficulties they've had getting their routes run in time for several days. And so we'll see what happens once we get that built by the software that can build routes, so look at that. Driver's Ed will transition to street smart driving for next year, starting in the fall. It's going to be a shorter course for the students. It will be slightly more expensive than what we currently offer, but the benefits of that is that the kids will be able to get it in a much shorter time frame than what they are getting now from us. So that will help turn things over much faster. So we're going to keep one of our cars and sell the other one to the driver's school, most likely. Talked about, so at my work, one of the things we do is provide safety trainings on chemicals for schools and hazardous waste, like household hazardous waste. We're offering a bunch of free trainings, so I connected with Matt and said he's going to connect with that. And they'll also come out and check all of our chemicals that we have in the buildings for like chemistry classes or art classes, and they'll kind of help us clean up and get rid of stuff that's maybe dangerous. So. Talked about options for this hill outside here. Students continue to walk up the side of the hill, so we'll figure that out. Brewster again does not want to drop the solar project, so we're going to reach out to VIII, going to work on that. This is another idea that came up, and this is one because I have a senior, so I've been talking about it with her about senior gifts, and I know they're doing their own thing, but something I'd like for the school board to kind of initiate. Just run this by you, and we can talk to Sophia next time when she's here. When we built this building, we didn't put any money in for like landscaping, grounds, and things like that. With the idea that we would fill it in later after the fact. And so an idea that I had is maybe we talk to the class this year about starting kind of like every class can buy a lilac bush. And lilacs are purple, they're school colors. And then the school board would also buy a lilac bush. So kind of like a community and class together, doing something that can go here permanently at the school, kind of long term. And just like that way, it just becomes a thing that every class buys another lilac bush, and then the school board also buys another lilac bush. So eventually, after 10 years, we'll have like 20 or 40 or however many, just spread out throughout the grounds here, around the building, or at the campus. But I'm just running that up the flagpole, see what people think about that. Any thoughts on that?
No, I mean, I think if the seniors are,
They're into it.
if they're interested, I don't see any problem with that. I don't think it will be a huge expense.
No, and that's my
So-
thought too, is like, what, 40, 50 bucks for a lilac tree, maybe 100? And, we can work with MTD on how to get that planted and that sort of thing. But yeah, that's just my thought is that, down this hillside or over on that hillside or wherever, just places that we have some nice looking bushes that are school colors. And as those kids graduate and then they come back over the years, they can be, hey, I planted that, hey, I did that, and have a little plaque if you want, class 24 started it or whatever. I don't care, but just an idea.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. School colors too, because like my thought is like in 10 years you'll have a hillside that's all purple, like right during graduation, during June when they bloom. That's all. So, and we talked about Maple Sugar House too, about all the nice publicity that's gotten, and they get a lot of sap donated from the community, which is nice too. So it's kind of a blend of everything around the area, around the district. So, any questions on that?
With the regard to the solar stuff,
Mhm.
I assume we would get multiple quotes for
Yeah.
that. Because we quoted revision personally at our home, and we ended up going with a Tesla system. Don't get me wrong, love
Yeah.
local,
Yeah.
but Tesla was incredibly responsive and
It worked for you.
a lot cheaper.
Cool.
So just throwing
Yeah.
that out there for the committee.
No, we'll put it out. I mean, we have been working with revision on the initial part, but then we'll put it out to bid saying like, we want this.
Mm-hmm.
We want a fixed mount solar panels or, the rotational ones or whatever, or we want a solar system or a solar power system that makes X number of megawatts or whatever. We'll put it out to bid and all that good stuff. So, yeah. Anything else? All right. Let me grab a physical copy of the agenda, so I'm going to click back and forth. Superintendent's report, thanks.
So you do have my written report in your packet. Most of my report is about the Galapagos trip. So you'll see a little bit of a story from Mr. May when he put out an email for staff to be able to follow and other kids to be able to follow the trip. A link if you're online to the blog. It's pretty cute. Camla's doing a great job of keeping that updated when they send her stuff, usually not until the night after. So yeah, some nice written pieces, some nice pictures. The kids are having a great time. I have my own photos of food and everything else that my husband is enjoying while he's there. So today was service. If you look at the blog, today was the service day. So they did plant some coffee trees.
Cool.
I think is what it says. So, it's a nice part. It's not just a Spanish trip. It's also a community service trip.
Yeah.
So that's a nice part about it. The two things that I want to add to my report would be the solar eclipse party that Sarah Dunkerton hosted over at IRS yesterday afternoon. She had between 250 and 300 people attend. Wow. Yeah.
For no publicity, that's what we did.
Yeah. So very impressive. Kids, she had solar themed snacks. She had plenty of glasses. She had activities for kids to do. Very interesting. A lot of the younger kids, a lot of Canaan Elementary kids, Enfield Village School kids. So it was nice. It was a very nice presentation or project on her part. We're thankful for her doing that. It was cute. A lot of grandparents with their grandkids.
That's awesome.
It was a fun afternoon. And also on the solar glasses theme, we will be donating glasses to the Montshire. They are taking glasses, used, unused, whatever. So we will be putting out a call to parents when they come back from vacation to send us your glasses. I've told them we had glasses here that didn't get used by anyone here at the high school. So we'll be picking up those. We'll be picking up any other glasses that are around. We'll be taking those to the Montshire. They'll be sending them off to other countries that will need them for the next eclipse.
That's right. Yeah,
It's something like Astronomers Without Borders.
that's it.
Or something
Yes, I was
like
just
that.
looking into this today for work, so yeah, it's
Perfect.
awesome. Great, I'm glad we're participating in that. That helps. I have one thing to tack onto your update, if it's okay. Over this past weekend, our 2 teams went to Destination Imagination.
Oh, yeah.
And I went there with them because my kid is one of them. So we had the middle school team of like 7th, 8th, and 9th graders, and then the high school team of 3 10th graders. They both made it through to globals. They have both made it through. The younger team, they started the year being one of 6 in the state doing that challenge, and they ended the year being the only one that actually entered and competed in it. So it was not easy. Like they built this, they'll bring it in. I'll let them show it to you. But they made a huge set and all sorts of things. And then the older kids doing the improv, they beat out 6. They're top of 6 teams, so they came in number 1 in the state, and will be representing us at globals in Kansas City in May. So
Awesome.
yeah, so they both got through. Congratulations to them.
Great.
So sorry, I just wanted to tack
No,
that on as
I'm
well.
glad
I'm
you
sharing
did.
stuff about kids.
You know more about it than I do.
I thought,
Tim, so
yeah, I
thank
was
you.
there all day, so.
And I wanted to thank you, Kamala, for putting for the Galapagos blog, in the title when there's a video or photos included.
Because it doesn't come up automatically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the text will come through, but not those
Yeah.
things. So it reminds me to click through.
Yeah,
to see
you don't
those
just
things.
read it. If there's something more interesting out there,
Yeah.
you click it. 'Cause,
Exactly.
we had to figure it out ahead of time. We were going through and trying to figure out how to make the blog work and have it be as
Yeah.
user-friendly as possible. So in the top, we put the disclaimer, like click the title to see, but then people don't know whether they should click the title or not, so I just add them in.
Yeah.
I just, like, as you were walking in, Craig sent me one of them going down into a lava cave. I put them on there like as soon as it's there now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like lava cave video.
Yeah. Nice.
All right.
That's great.
I'm sure they're all watching this meeting live. as it happens.
I'm sure.
All right, cool. Anything else for Amanda on that part? On her report? Thank you so much. Thank you again to Sarah Duckerton for putting that all together.
Yeah,
That is really
absolutely.
cool. Really, really cool. All right, BA report. You see financials in your packet. I didn't have any questions on there. If anyone else did, perhaps. There's a lot of items in your packet for informational, such as the audit that we had. We did review that. This is the final audit letter, but that's review for your review. Subcommittees, the final list of that. Take a look. I think that was all we agreed on. Finance facilities, myself, Brewster, and Hope with Kathleen as an alternate. I'll do budget committee with Hope as an alternate. EIC is Dawn, Hope, and Kathleen. The Hartford rep is Kathleen. Danielle's going to be the delegate at the School Board Association. Negotiation will be myself, Kathleen, and Hope. Joint loss is Brewster. Co-curricular is Danielle. Wellness is Danielle. Professional development is Hope. And communications is Vicky, Dawn, and Danielle. Does that sound right to everybody?
Cool. Sounds good. We
Times.
because the meeting last week was during the ridiculous weather
Oh, yeah.
of April. We postponed that meeting to the 25th of
Okay.
April, I believe.
That sounds about
I
right.
figured you had done that, yeah.
And then I think we will be changing the date.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, whatever, just let us know. Yeah. All right, any new business from anybody? For anything? It is a break week meeting, so there's not a whole ton of stuff. Public comments, seeing as there's no public, hello, goodbye, that's all set. All right, so personnel nominations, resignations, and all that. So we do have non-public for the reasons of B and tuition waivers and hiring, right?
Yes, B and F.
B and F, all right. Entertain a motion to go into non-public.
Second.
What? Go for it.
Second.
Go for it.
Oh, you said, you're making
I'll make
it.
it.
Okay, good,
I'll
all
make
right. Motion to go non-public. Danielle?
Yes.
Tim, yes. Dawn? Just said yes.
Yes.
All right, Vicky?
Yes.
All right, we are in non-public.